Even though Beau Tennant was on busy Melrose Avenue in Los Angeles, he'd never felt so alone. As he waited for help, he watched the faces of people passing. They stared straight ahead or craned their necks to the opposite side of the street to avert their eyes. That's when he saw her, waist-length brown hair, bouncing as she walked. She held a phone to her ear. A big handbag dragged on her wrist, and her other hand clutched a box. Her brown eyes caught his, and when she didn't turn away, he felt a thrill, as if he'd touched an electricity pole. She stopped beside him. "I have to go," she said. Beau looked up at her, but her eyes were on the box in her hand. "I'll be there in 20 minutes. She hung up and dropped the phone in her bag. "You're stuck," she said, looking at the wheelchair caught in a crack of concrete on the sidewalk. "Yes, ma'am," Beau drawled in his southern accent. "Here, hold this." She placed the box onto his lap and squatted, somehow making the act look elegant in her silver platforms and black capri pants. She murmured. "I need some grunt to get that wheel out." "Don't worry," he started, but she'd walked off, leaving him with the box. What did she think he was? Her shelf? She stood in the path of the oncoming crowd. He saw her zero in on a young man in a tight white T-shirt that displayed his bulging pecs. Beau knew the moment that white T-shirt caught her eye. White T-shirt smiled flirtatiously and slowed. "Hey," he said. "Hey yourself," she smiled back. "So, I need a hand with something? You got a few minutes?" "Sure," the young man replied. She led him over to Beau. "I need you to lift the wheel while I push," she said firmly. White T-shirt was taken aback, but her tone obviously brooked no argument. "There's no need," Beau tried to interject again, but she paid him no mind as she went to stand behind the chair. "On my count," she told the young man. 1, 2, 3. She pushed while he lifted the wheel. "Thanks. Appreciate you being a good Samaritan." She patted White T-shirt on the shoulder and turned to Beau. "Are you good?" White T-shirt looked at her for a moment, but apparently realizing he was dismissed, he merged back with the crowd, a confused look on his face. "Yes, ma'am," Beau said, feeling as confused as the young man who'd helped him. When the woman first stopped, he'd pegged her for a looky-loo, one of those people who thought they could get his life story as part and parcel of small talk. Yet now that she'd gone and blown his first impression out of the water, he didn't quite know what to make of her.
It was exactly 3 days ago, and she'd almost given up on him calling. Maree had been walking to her car after a morning meeting with the supplier when she'd seen Beau in the middle of the sidewalk, the crowd parting around him like the Red Sea. She'd sensed immediately from the stillness of his posture that something was wrong. When their eyes met, he'd flinched and looked away. She'd quickly searched for the source of his distress, and that's when she noticed the wheelchair was slightly crooked, and he was stuck. "How's the cut?" she asked now. He'd been so nervous when she cleaned his wound. Her heart had filled with tenderness at his vulnerability. "Good, good," he said. "How have you been?" "Run ragged." Maree told him about the upcoming shoot. "By this time next week, I'm going to run screaming if I see a police officer, which could be dangerous," she mused. "After all, they do have guns." She felt a thrill as she heard Beau's rich laugh echo in her ear. "Have you seen any more of Los Angeles?" "Not much. I've been sticking close to the hotel I'm staying at," he said. "I was hoping you would have dinner with me and help me stretch my horizons." "Love to."